Hey there, Palm Mute Maniac here, and today might be another Geek Out session where I talk about stats. And in this video, I wanted to answer. I had a small request come in from a YouTube commenter on my last stat stacking video, and they asked, "Can you do one with attack speed? And is there a limit on how much stack attack speed you can get?" And I actually like this question. It kind of piqued my curiosity. And so what I did was I started looking. Esthea is here for a reason. We'll get to that. Oh, I just hit all my dailies came in. Perfect. We have supplies to do some experimenting now. So Esthea is here because I feel like she's probably the fastest attack speed character in the game possible, unless there's a cap. If there's a cap, then maybe she's not. So we'll talk about that. So my first thought is I need to find a character who has the highest possible attack speed for my tier 1, right? So everything starts with tier 1. And so obviously you want to look at Hanzi, because Hanzi feels like that he's the fastest attack speed. But as you start combing through, you're going to see that there are other people with fast attack speed, like, hypothetically, Chunga. Chunga is extremely fast attack speed. And I don't think Chunga gets bonuses to attack speed. No, she doesn't. So we're not going to look at her at this point. But 125, the problem with the melee character is that they're not always attacking. Sometimes they're walking. And I know that's kind of a dumb way to go about it, but I feel like if we're going to go for the fastest possible attack speed and get the most out of it, you kind of have to go for a ranged unit. And so that eliminates some characters. Bommy is at basically 100% tier 1, so you have to eliminate Bommy. Though Bommy does have throw bombs to 2 enemies during rate of bomb. So technically, in terms of attacks, that would technically double his attack speed. But you get a reduced damage. So there's a lot of super wacky stuff in this game. You would think that like Zubatir would be the fastest attack speed in terms of mage. I don't think. What is she? Does she get any bonuses in attack speed? No, she just stacks with the crackle, right? So maybe that's what that is. So that wouldn't be. She wouldn't consider her. I've definitely made Rey insanely fast, but that's not because of her min. So I wouldn't do Rey. So after I kind of comb through all of my ranged units and look at people who really have high attack speed, it kind of lands on Esthea because yes, she has 100%, but she gets an additional 35% of attack speed for each equipment on her. So if I put 3 pieces of bronze equipment, it doesn't even matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. If I put 3 pieces of equipment on her, then her tier 1 attack speed is going to be 210%. So I mean that. She also has 3 range, right? So for me, that seems like it's going to be where I want to be. Now I got to be like, okay, how else can I stack attack speed on her? Well, I already have. I mean, I'm an end gamer, so I already have my Dominion, my attack speed Dominion, like pretty chunky. I mean, we're at 19.2 and 20, so I am 0.8 away from having max Dominion attack speed. So with that being said, I basically, if I throw my Esthea in here, and what in the hell? There we go. That was a glitch. You guys saw that, right? I was at 3. I was looking at. I had my 3 selected. I don't know. It's super weird. So then I have to look at my attack speed relics. Now, unfortunately, I don't invest in bow all that much. I could throw bow in here, and yes, it would give plus 40 attack speed for bow. But the way this works is it's not like if I put a bronze bow, I think bronze bow gives plus 20 attack speed. I could be wrong, maybe it's 30. It just increases that number by 40%. So it's not like it's not like I'm getting an additional 40% per bow. Also, the variance of me getting bows in the rounds, I don't know. I don't want to rely on that. But what I really do like is I like rapid Swords of Binding, because all I need to do to get an additional 160 is just have more Estheas on the field. And that's pretty consistently attainable. Any other relic that I have, I don't believe increases attack speed. I'll pause. I'm going to read every damn relic description and I'll be back. All right, so after doing a bunch of digging, I feel like the attack speed, best attack speed combo is it's going to be your Rapid Swords of Binding mixed with Mask. So Mask should automatically start me with 2 instances of 40%. So Mask should, right away, I should be at plus 80%. Then, honestly, I go with Penetrating Spear. And it's not attack speed, but it is range. So if I'm not walking, I'm attacking. I also just happen to have this really sweet attack speed lineup here. So I'm going to use it. And in my instance, my best relic bonus here is 118%. So I still have some grinding to do and some work to do. I need to move this here. I need to move this here. You're looking at either around $200 worth of gacha, or just maybe 2 to 3 weeks of 2 to 3 weeks of grinding Dominion to do that. So we're gonna be stuck at 118 here. But so let's calculate our attack speed percentage bonus real quick. So right now we have Esthea at 100 attack speed. I should probably make this bigger. Oh my god, I hit zoom out. Is it Control Plus? Oh man. That's nice. So starting attack speed for Esthea is 100%. We got 39.2% from Dominion. So this is going to be base. We got this from Dominion. We are looking at for me on mine, I have 100, and for my relic bonuses are stacking 118. Now, if I max out Spear, we will get another 160. 160. So far, that's pretty damn good. And if we are able to get 3 equipment on her, we will get an additional 135 times 3, which I should know that off the top of my head, but we're not going to make mistakes, right? So that would be another 105. And now we need to talk about Seiyang, right? So we haven't talked about accessories yet either, so we'll get to accessories. So Seiyang, her level 8 plus 80% attack speed to the target of Inner Flame. So we have our Link hero. Base is going to be plus 80%. And if we look at Uplift, increase Link duration of time of Inner Flame by 12 seconds. And we also get an additional 12% attack speed to the Link target whenever the Link target uses a skill. And how often is our Esthea going to use a skill? Well, every 3 attacks, she'll fill her MP and use a skill. So we have, with Link Hero Awakening, a potential 120% increase. I would say that if we could get Esthea to attack, we could probably get this within maybe 5 seconds of the fight, if all goes well. If all goes well, and we're not even talking about tiering up. This is like all of these numbers are going to be on the tier 1, and as you know, when we tier up a hero, all of their stats go up about 60%. I'm not sure about attack speed. We'll get into that. So, we're getting kind of juicy. And now, on top of all of these, I should probably, be consistent where my numbers exist. So now I get to do my equipment. Now with Esso, the win set, you don't seem to get any additional attack speed after 2 pieces. You get this final special damage, and you get this other final special damage. So I have yet to fully test and grasp what that does. So for the sake of this test and my understanding of what my limits on win set, I am just going to do 2 pieces. So that means that my accessories, I have a plus 60%. And then for her attack, I am using Training Sword on her. Now, you could throw Axe on her, and I can get an extra 10%. But I don't really feel like she's going to benefit too much from the extra knife. I mean, you know what? We're doing the video. Let's just burn the money, and let's put the fastest accessory on her. Screw it, right? So let's go find Gold Axe, which I think I just blew past it. Arrow? A Giant Axe, excuse me. So Giant Axe, and right now it's at plus 60 attack speed. So we'll equip that for 400, steal that from Hansi. And now for her, I think I want, knowing what I know now, I'd probably do 3 sharpness on her. So I was experimenting with Barbaric Ring, and because I wanted to get her to plus 60 attack. But knowing what I know now, I think that crit, the 3 pieces of crit might be better. But none of that really matters towards our attack speed, so I'm not even going to bother messing with those. So we do have plus 60% from our legacy. So legacy is 60%. Now let's go check our relics. I do not believe any relics give you attack speed. No, definitely not. I wanted to triple check. So as of right now, I think that we have the fastest possible build out for attack speed. So what we're going to do is I'm not going to break out the spreadsheet, though I kind of want to. But what I will do instead is we're just going to play Slime, because Slime is the only training camp that I can think of that lets me see how it works. And we're going to build out 4 Estheas, and the 5th person will be a Syria. And we will see just how ridiculously fast we can get our Esthea. So, by the way, I just gotta take a nod. This is my favorite Esthea skin. I mean, like, this is kind of obnoxious, right? This is whatever. This is weird, and it feels like we're in a horror movie. I don't know what's going on here, but like, the poison apple thing. All right. She's throwing poison apples. Like, this is a cool skin. My 2 cents. Just wanted to talk about that for a second. Anyway, let's go here. We have our Esthea, and you know what? I am going to look at her awakening one more time, just to make sure. So she just grants protection. I just want to see what is going to be. Interesting. So, this reduces the MP cost of Sacred Censer. So, that means that she'll be doing Censer more, which means it will speed up Seryung's uplift. Because she'll get an additional 12% attack speed every time she uses a skill. So I don't care about what that skill does. I just care about getting the skill faster. So we're going with that. I'm glad we stopped. So it's just going to get us to that 120 faster. It doesn't affect our high-tech, high-budget, very expensive and exclusive notepad program that we're running right here. So total attack speed bonus that we are running if we add all the juices together. So with 3 pieces of equipment on her, with 4 Estheas on the field, with our Link Hero turned on, our base is 842% increase to attack speed. So with that does not include tiering up. Tier up bonuses, so we'll experiment with tier up bonuses. And so that is pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. So let's finally with all the stuff, I believe this is the best we're gonna get. I'm just looking one more time. Okay, we're good. So right out of the gate, our attack speed should be pretty broken. I want money. That's not money. That hurts. That hurts because I'm not going to be able to see tier 1. But all right, so right away we're at 3.89. Okay, and if we put 2 of them out there, now they're both at 4.29. That's the work of the spear. So our attack speed is already going to be crazy. And look at our MP. Our MP is usually 45. To max MP to run our skill. But because we're using the other awakening, it's going to be 30. So she's going to be healing really fast. We just got to hope that the animation that is being used doesn't slow us down too much. That might be what kills Esthea as the fastest. Let's find out. So apples are flying. A lot of apples. I'm gonna try to get my Estheas out in the field. I want to get all 4 out. So Estheas are flying for sure. And I don't want you. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right, I got my Seryung or Young. I don't know. I have American education. We'll probably never see the Awakening. Okay, so the Awakening got me to 5.33. Her Link skill, the Awakened Link skill, got me there. So we're gonna there's our 4th. So 5.3. So we're getting there. We don't have any equipment yet, but here's our first round of equipment. And I want equipment. So now, before I do this, we are at 4.29. I'm going to throw my first piece of equipment on her. She is at 4.64. So remember, my prediction is that we'll be an 8 when everything is maxed out. That we might not see that because Seryung. That also means Seryung's or Seyoung's skill has to also be maxed. Well, let's see. It's pretty appley. It's pretty appley in here. A lot of apples. 6.64. And I think that was with stacked skill. I'm going to hit yes because I just need the enemies to be thicker. We don't want this. So, like, of course, bow. Of course, bow. Why am I putting anything that's not bow on her? Because the bow, we didn't account for equipment at all. So, obviously, putting bows on them is going to be important. I'm going to see if I could save for bow. I'll leave sword on just for now. And, so with the bow, adding the bow and adding the bonus, the additional 35% for having the second piece of equipment slotted, we're now at 5.24. I still don't even have my other Esthea in there. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So she's at 5.64 with our I don't know if this guy counts. I hope he counts. There's an easy way for us to find out, which is, I kind of want to do that. Okay, screw it. We're gonna roll. So 7, almost 8. Almost 8. We're almost at 800% attack speed. That is super cool. Oh my goodness, we're getting all the Saiyans. All right, we're getting there, and we need another Esthea. So I'm gonna take this off the field, and we're gonna check 5.64. So the hallucination does not count. Does not count. So with the hallucination, we are at 5.64. However, if I do the fourth Esthea, we're now at 6. So we still need. So hallucination might not be the best attack speed buffer. So it's still good, but we can't count on that for attack speed. So that's okay. We'll continue. We're not going to get the Saiyang buff because I have to do things. I will say that everyone getting almost an infinite amount of protection is pretty funny. I'm going to sell to pop to get my other Saiyang in there. And we're going to look and see if we can go past 8 at this point. I'm throwing bow. So this 40% is adding to Esthea's tier 1 stats. So I put that other bow on her, and this number did not tick up that high. However, if I start tiering up Esthea, that will scale and we'll feel that a little bit more. So with Link, we just broke 800% attack speed. So it's getting good. If I can roll book. So when you have spear, you pretty much you can keep cannibalizing your other heroes as long as you maintain the number. That's what we did here. So by increasing, I don't think actually we got much attack speed by tiering up. I don't believe it was much at all, if at all. So maybe we don't get any attack speed from tiers up. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll look next time. We'll see if by going to tier 4 that we go higher. But right now we are sitting at 6.29 without Saiyang's buff. So we're doing stuff. 7, 8. Our attack speed is really broken. Okay, so I have 2 silver books. I have another one of these. I might as well, right? So, okay, so we're at 6.29, 6.59. We're getting there. I'm going to throw this guy here. Didn't I say accept on the bronze book? I think with the emulator I'm using to play this game, it doesn't always. There's okay. That's a glitch. So we're going to duplicate. Okay. 6.59. Okay, so 6.59. I just need another Esthea on the field. 6.69. Okay, so we are getting an additional 60% to the tier 1 attack speed, which would be roughly, it's not a lot, it doesn't move the needle a lot. So yeah, tiering up does absolutely add attack speed. In this case, at this point with all the other stacks, it only added a point to 10 for us. So tiering up is going to be important for attack speed, so we're going to continue to do it. And now we are at another 0.10. So we're at 6.79. We're going to put our third bow. So now that added another 35% of attack speed. And as that bow gets more bowier, we might break 10 attack speed. So that'd be cool. Let's try for that. I wish that I didn't put a sword on her, but you know, it is what it is. We're just going to have to roll with what the decisions that were made. I'll keep getting Esthea's up there, and let's do it. 8.79. $9.27. Okay, it's getting real. I'm like purposely not buffing the other Estheas. I want her to be doing the bulk of the damage. So let's keep rolling. $9.39. I mean, you might as well. Not that it's going to make much of a difference in attack speed, but you know, why not? And let's see if I can get another gold Esthea. So this is going to be a little tricky because I need some tier 1 Estheas to replace. That's not the case. Okay, so we're going to temporarily lose a little bit of attack speed to get to the next tier. But that's okay. We're going to run through this. The amount of apples that she's throwing is insane. And she is casting Sacred Censer at like Mach 7. So it's like we are, like she is doing, like if you look at everybody else's protection, it is pretty high. Okay, we are almost at 8. We're almost at 800%. I had predicted with my handy calculator that we would be at 842, but I wasn't thinking about equipment. So equipment makes a huge difference. So we'll see how high we can get with our Sirion, and we still have a bunch more tiers of bow that might happen. So let's continue. Dude, 9.99. 9.99. Is that the max? And it's probably really hard to hit max with anybody else. Because I need a bronze. I need a bronze bow. That is unfortunate. All right, let's just keep going. 9.6. We only have a few more rounds left, so 9.87. Oof. 9.99. I think the cap is 9,000. 9,000 is the cap. I don't think you can go above that. So that is extremely interesting. Yeah, look. Yeah, okay. So there is a diminishing return, and a diminishing return is at that level. All right, we're going to finish this hysterically by making my tier 1 like super buffed. Boom. You don't expect to see my tier 1 Esthea fully loaded and jacked up. So even she's at 6. I mean, that's crazy. Let's go here, obviously. So we're at 8.09 without any buffs. I could go higher if I had the bows, but it doesn't really matter because the max attack speed that you can get is 9.99. So let's roll the boss. Oh, I'm a liar. I'm a liar. We broke 9.99. It is actually not capped. That's crazy. And after all of the BS that we just went through, we finally get to do this. I take it back. I take everything back. There is no cap. There is no spoon. You can go higher than 9.99. It just happened to have been a fortunate coincidence. So we're gonna run dummies real quick, and we will see. She will cap based on her equipment, but we got her to above 1,000%. So that is huge. So let's run it, guys. So 1,009 is our cap with the build that we did. And Estheas are going to do 500,000 of damage. I mean, it's not damage. It's not damage that you get with Esthea, but you certainly will get attack speed. So, alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Yeah, that is the fastest attack speed that I could get. I guess if I were to have put all 4 bows on her, I was missing a potential if I get lucky and roll nice bows, maybe 1,225%. I think I could have hit 1,225 if I rolled all the bows instead, with everything else that we did. So we weren't too shy of that. My DPS was not that high at that rate, obviously. I didn't invest in too much attack. I wasn't maximizing my money. We could have had a lot higher, but, at her, for her to be look at her. Look at this character, right? Like, oh man, dragon bow, horns, like her animation is this charge up skill. You would think like fastest attack, or maybe if you would look at like Kane. Like, look at this dude. This dude, all he does is push-ups, man. This guy just does push-ups, and he goes on like 600-mile runs every morning before eating what Gaston eats, right? But no. These guys, these attack speed, nothing in comparison to what's supposed to be a healer nun. Healer nun, highest attack speed in the game. If I am wrong, I would say make your own video and tag me in it and be like, dude, check out so and so, 2,000 attack speed increase, and I will gladly bow down and surrender my mantle. But yeah, Esthea has the potential for about 1,225 additional attack speed, fully stacked. I can't mathematically find any other heroes that come close, no matter what you do. So, yeah, hit me up with your comments, and thanks for watching.